Hi, Jane from Divine Real, and this is your reading for the general energies right now within the world. So let's get started and let's see what's happening here. So it's the strongest energies because that's what's going to affect us all, really, isn't it, on some level. So current energies for the collective. I just saw the healing card there. So the Queen of Wands energy is very dynamic, isn't it? It's sort of, this person brings it. It's all about herself. You know, she does what she wants. She's very creative. I'm saying she. It's the feminine energy. So good decisions create good fortune. So it could be he or she. Remember. So. We've also got that Knight of Wands energy, so very Wands energy right now, isn't it? It's kind of going for it. And so the Knight of Wands, it's often the player of the deck. As I say, that the Emperor energy comes out as well. So we have, things aren't quite what the same with these passionate new beginnings. Passionate new beginnings with people. It can be, you know, any sort of new energy endeavour, really, and things aren't fully what the same. So we'll find out more here. You know, it looks like we do need new perspectives on something that we're bringing more solid into the world, by the looks of it. Perhaps a judgment call is what's happening as well with certain people. A judgment call based on, you know, everything we understand. And there could be a little bit in two worlds here. Oh my, you know, which way am I going? And making that monumental judgment call for, you know, a soul improvement to move us forward, hopefully out of that juggling energy. It could be some people are just juggling a lot of things at the moment, trying to balance the books and, you know, get things right financially as well. So being more in that dynamic energy might, you know, that's going for it kind of thing is probably a good thing. Some sort of honest message, or keeping an open mind, although we don't know how it's going to happen. Balancing the scales as well, and it looks like there's going to be a lot of hope for the future in this respect. So there's a lot more justice, fairness, balance by the looks of this as well. So that's good. So anything else in the current energies? Missed opportunities are around for a lot of us as well, but honest, truthful communications and truth going forward, which is lovely, and that's part of that justice, fairness, balance as well, so that's lovely to see. So if there's some sort of lethargy about being left out in the cold or missed opportunities, you know, if it isn't right, it's wrong. If we're seeing this, the way forward is more honesty, so, you know, that's good, because that stops like illusions and things like that. So okay, so let's clarify a few of these. So these two came out together. Let's see more about these, you know, because that's like the time is now with oh, right, before I go any further, these two cards were like that before I start shuffling. So this is a great sign, because this is like putting a stop to what has been toxic, you know, and transforming out of it. So that's lovely. That's really like big thing to see in our general pool of consciousness, because that's the kind of thing that affects us all, isn't it? And as I say, coming from that fairness, and there is that beautiful sort of star energy, isn't it? So there is hope for that beautiful success. So that's really fab to see. Things are totally changing in the right direction by the looks of it. So tell us more about this, you know, because that Ace of Wands sort of tells us it's time to start something and, you know, get a move on. Very much movement. But then we've got that things aren't quite what the same. So what's going on there? I'll clarify with these cards actually. tell us more? Oh, right. So that's to do with the more masculine kind of emperor energies. Sometimes we say these cards are sort of the divine masculine as well. So, right, so it's about that toxic thing again. So there's a very much inner strength. There is hope. There is some sort of real hope for success here. And, you know, things aren't what they seem, right? So maybe for people who are, you know, haven't got any faith left in, say, certain kind of masculine energies, you know, things aren't what they seem. There is work being done that we might not be able to see. Okay, that's kind of what I'm getting on that. Can you tell us more though? See if there's anything else that comes out for that. Well, there's some sort of worked really hard that there's even probably protection perhaps around hearts and things like that. As far as conflict, there's been conflict and a need for listen. There's been tower moments, but there's some sort of keeping an open mind and passionately moving forward as well. Yeah, based on the cards that we had before with the Emperor energy and the working hard on the toxicity, this is someone, because this can be the third party, the very attractive, dynamic, feminine type of energy. And as we saw before, it's the masculine emperor, that's the, you know, all the kings rolled into one. It can be the divine masculine. There's a lot of, whether we see it or not, there is a lot of work being made in a strength about the toxicity, including going for these, you know, short-term passionate starts. There's things aren't fully what they're saying. There is work in the background. All right. So that's also what I'm seeing there. Yeah, because there's more understanding of heartbreak. This heartbreak happened. And what do we have here? So seeing new perspectives for better decision making, for good decisions create good fortune, about these passionate beginnings, using more intuition to balance scales, you know, because there's been sort of impoverished ways, people left out in the cold, and unfairness, and you know, energetically being left out in the cold. Also, financially, you know, having less than, impoverished mindsets, all of that. There's some sort of balancing of the scales here. There's a lot more love going on with the divine masculines now, as they learn to balance the scales with that justice, fairness, balance. Okay, but this is sort of, we mightn't see this, as I say, it might be hidden at the moment. Okay, so yeah, so that's about the divine masculine really, so to put there to remember. Right, so it is saying that there's a stepping up of that energy, definitely. This one though, Knight of Wands. Tell us more about the Knight of Wands, because I think that links in with, you know, this. Okay, that Knight of Wands energy so is clarified by the King of Swords, which is a very mature, head over heart, take the emotions out of it kind of energy. A judge in the courtroom as well, it can be, you know. So it's like judgment will be made, you know, with these new beginnings that you think are going to be full of joy, but just bring loads of heartache, and that's the Knight of Wands energy. So yeah, where people have, oh god, that's weird how all that came out. And then, you know, so people expect this ten of Pentacles, happiness with each other, full success. But it isn't, because it's all about, it's someone's way, chewing everybody off. It's just very selfish, you know. There we are, the highway. So this that ends up where there's a lot of holding back of energy, and it's so this it's going to be accountability. It's accountability time for that kind of energy, because it's okay having fun and going for things, but when it starts to hurt people, you know, and then in ways that are just unforgivable. So, well, yes, we forgive for our own benefit, but do you know what I mean? So that's the thing. Yes, that energy is around, but it'll be dealt with harshly. You know, because it's like walking away from things. You know, there's a lot of walking away, you see, and a 8 of Cups is really, it's strong. Walking away from 8 of Cups, 8 loving, you know, imagine 8 out of 10, it's nearly there, isn't it? There is a lot of love, but it's having to walk away from it, because it isn't, you know, 9 of Cups is self-love, it's self-love. So that's what's next, you see. You walk away from the 8, the next one to come is deciding, well, I'm deciding to love myself now fully, because I want teamwork. It's teamwork that I need, you know. So we'll go to the 9 of Cups, self-love, and then you know, to the 10 of Cups, when finally we meet reciprocal love, you see. So that's what that is. So it'll be walked away from in the main, generally. You know, it's the strongest energy. So that's a really good thing with decisions, and these are movement decisions, because it's wands. So excuse me if I'm breathing heavy, but I've had a bit of a thing with my, you know, with colds and things, where I'm finding it, I need to pull my breath in. So anywho, so this 2 of Wands, a decision will be made. It's Wands energy, so there is movement, and that's also to do with those type energies. Will be, you know. So Queen of Wands energy, can you tell us that, please? Because I mean, as I said, that's the, you know, the thing that we haven't seen with, you know, there's a step up probably of being more mature. So we mightn't see the work in the background for this inner strength to be stronger. Queen of Wands energy, walking away. So tell us more. As I say, Queen of Wands energy can be sort of the third party, you know, the very attractive, lustful, you know, wanting to go for passionate new beginnings and things like that. Oh yeah, it's about, it's about the Emperor energy again. So there's that kind of walking away from that aspect and making that decision to go towards stability, you see. Queen of Pentacles is very stable, secure, very caring and sharing as well of everything that she has in the world. So it's a beautiful energy to be in. It's a beautiful energy for the world as well. So as all of these energies are, you know, in the balanced way, which we do have that card balance. So it is making that decision again, and you know, and it will be made. It's movement, because this Emperor energy, you know, in the main energies, these divine masculines are burdened. They've seen all the betrayal. They are maintaining some sort of higher ground now. They're burdened about what they probably have done. You know, these masculine energies. So, but again, it's all in the energy, but there's a change in the balance. There's that fairness, justice, fairness, balance that's coming in. You know, it's moving, it's moving. Let's go to this card now. 2 of Pentacles, can you tell us more? Oh, right. Oh, Oh, fab. So it's the end of a cycle and start of a new cycle here. Tell us more. And yeah, so we might feel stuck, but we aren't stuck. You know, it's all mind energy. I'm saying feel, but it's all thought energy, really. We aren't stuck. This person could escape, escape as if they've been captured by their own minds. So whoever is in that situation, you aren't stuck. We're never stuck. There's always a way. There's always a way, and that person could take that blindfold off and see that, really. See, there's lots of swords there that can be used to cut that off, and it looks like it could even come off anyway without that. So we aren't stuck. There's success here. You know, and this, it could be about our own dualities and, you know, oh my God, what do I do next? Or I can't see the way. It's things that, you know, it's the blindfold on here. The moon is sort of hidden things. It's as if we can't see which way forward. But there is going to be success here. There's success, and so even though we mightn't see the full picture, it is time for a new cycle, and it is a successful cycle. All right, so there's, you know, we don't need to be stuck, oh my goodness, which way we'll go. You know, are we in that world? Are we in that world, that reality, or whatever? Okay, so that's good to see, really. Then we had, because judgment calls are being made now, aren't they? And to move us forward as well. It's all coming fab here. New perspectives are needed on this, bringing something solid. What's that about there? So again, right. So again, this is that stuck energy. It's making that, you know, we're in that, which way do I go? We aren't stuck. You know, we just can't see the full picture. So we do need new perspectives on something for more solidity and to move us really forward. You know, it's time to move. It's time to move into that success and be that strong. You know, these are the masculine energies being very strong and stable and sturdy. You know, and that's really important as well, as an energy, isn't it? For the masculine energies to hold that power and that strength and safety as well. So passionately moving forward, there will be success. You know, we just have to get out of that stuck energy. We may need a few more perspectives, but you know, look, it is successful. It's telling us that it goes from a page to a king, you know, and that's just a few new perspectives. You know, stop being in the head so much, get out of the head and go for it passionately, brand new. It's time, it's telling us, and it will be successful. From a page to a king, there you go. That's a big difference there. All right, just a few new perspectives needed, and then we're off. Right. So, okay, I think I'll just leave it at that. I think everything else is kind of plain sailing, really, isn't it? We understand this hope here, this hope for a good future here. This is beautiful on the stars here. So it's like, you know, divine alignment continues, as I say, and it's moving in justice, fairness, balance, and honesty. So fab. Right. Oh, and I've just seen sturdy, solid, you know, this is a core card. It's a very strong and stable, slower moving, but it's strong and stable offer. So that might be more, you know, and people speaking from the heart more as well. So, alright, so future energies coming towards us all generally in the collective energies, strongest energies, please. Well, if this is moving already, let's see, yeah, good decisions create good fortune, some more good fortune. Right, we've got options here, looking at options. So that's a card that kind of tells us be careful about what options we choose as well. Energies coming towards us all, main energies. Still walking away from things that don't serve. Keeping an open mind, keeping an open mind about a King of Wands, Queen of Wands energy, or small offers towards Queen of Wands energy, or keeping an open mind about dynamic creative endeavours. But again, I'll clarify that, because based on what we were talking about before, it could be the third party thing as well. Anything else in the energies come in for collective? Anything else? Okay, we'll leave it at that. So, right, let's clarify. Okay, why the options card? Oh, right, looking at options because what we thought was this loving Ten of Cups was full of lies and deceit. So, yeah, a lot of us is the strongest energy, you know, looking at options again. So that was about the, you know, that Knight of Wands type energy, wasn't it? Player type energy where justice will be served. The door is opening. There you go. I'll take that as a sign. It's the we heal as well, you say. It's time to heal and do this properly. Kind of thing. Okay, so that is one of the stronger energies coming in. So, and that'll be again walking away from things that didn't serve, you see. You know, but then it's walking away from options, isn't it? And walking towards a Nine of Cups and a Ten of Cups, isn't it? So that's kind of that going on. Good decisions create good fortune. Now, these two cards came out together. Very Wands energy. So let's find out more about that. Maybe. Okay, so this is, you know, that more the feminine energy is becoming that Queen of Wands type energy, where it is bringing it back to them. That's about moving from the Eight of Cups to the Nine of Cups, very much self-love. And Queen of Wands are very much about self-love, you know, and you know, they're very much bringing all of the energy back to them to be, you know, to be creative and do the thing in the world kind of thing. So keeping an open mind for that. There's a love for what this energy is doing, working hard, and it is paying off as well. Now, the other thing is that there might be some sort of offer towards that kind of energy as well. Small offer page. These are pages, very small offers. Whether you know, someone who's worked really hard on something here, and it is paying off. So yeah, so we might have some sort of passionate message to that Queen of Wands energy, or the, you know, a loving heart gesture to that Queen of Wands energy. Can you tell us more? Well, it's saying new perspectives are needed, have patience, good decisions create good fortune. There's a lot of being overthinking in the head, but it's like be that Empress energy. So, you know, yes, being more attractive, going for it, and then the more these feminine energies do that, because they've worked really hard, it is going to pay off, and there will be suitors coming towards this energy as it grows. Have patience, you know, with new perspectives. Be careful about overthinking and just be the Empress energy. So that's sort of indicating to me that you know, it's a movement, isn't it, of a feminine energy into that dynamic, creative, going for it, whether anyone's there or not, worked really hard. It needs to come into fruition as they do that, as they become that attractive energy more. There'll be small sort of little offers coming in from, you know, these pages, any type energies. So it's all about have patience, don't overthink it, just always, you know, connect to that Empress energy. it's like a divine feminine who's taken on that Queen of Wands energy, because that's what's called for. But have patience and heal as well as you go. Always encompass that Empress energy. Remember your value. Keep your value held strong. No need to go overthinking mode or anything like that. You've worked really hard, and you are, you know, these feminine energy is perhaps the divine feminine, all of the queens rolled into one, just encompassing that energy at the moment. So have, you know, new perspectives, good decisions, create good fortune, keep going kind of thing, you know. Right, so that's that. What's this one at all costs? Energy, please. You know, it's conflict, Five of Swords, conflict, and upsetting people to get what they want. What's happening with that? Things aren't what they seem. Illusion, tell us more. So some sort of solid offer brings conflict. It's going to be very conflictive. Too many people in the mix having a say. There's a need for listening here. Oh, there's devil energy attached to this. Toxic. What else can you tell us? Right, so someone who sort of gives, you know, there's an illusion with this, this conflict. It's about some sort of offer to somebody, but it's like a win at all costs kind of energy. It's toxic. Be Empress energy. Can you tell us more? Or is it towards the Empress? Can you tell us more? There's some sort of grief came out there before, sort of lost loves, crying over spilt milk, when there's the Two of Cups behind it. And this card came out, sort of a hero's journey. Someone's on some, working really hard. There's some sort of hero's journey, but trying to protect the heart here. Go within for more wisdom. Be the Empress energy. Be strong and, you know, independently single. This is for the divine feminines or the female energies. Because there's some sort of win at all costs energy. You aren't seeing the full picture. It's bringing conflict when there's offers being made, but it's toxic. Just keep being the Empress. Keep being the Empress. If it means being single, be strong single, you know, and celebrate that. Yeah, you could be in some sort of grief of what you can see is just hurt loves, missed loves and everything, but after that, healing of that, there's the Two of Cups, you know, that you two do wish for, really. New perspectives needed. This is a bit of a hero's journey here, and there could be someone that's actually just wanting to protect the heart, really, at the bottom line of it all. All right, so that's to do with that. So, and what do we have here? So there is a bit of come on, we'll clarify. I mean, it looks clear, but there's still someone in a bit of like, oh my God, which way do I go? But wanting to bring something solid. You know, I'm passionate towards someone, very attracted towards them, that are going in the right direction. It is a very strong divine connection for a loving Ten of Cups. So there's the Ten of Cups. So we'll go from the Eight of Cups here to the 10. And there's that love and communication from the heart. Tell us more. Maintaining the higher ground, warding off other people that want a piece of them. You know, I'm moving away from being left out in the cold and impoverished mindset and all of that, and to stability. There you go. So that's also prominent in the main energies for the collective. So there you go. So I hope that helps. Oh, the cards that have... Right, okay. So then that's quite a little indication, isn't it? Useful. Divine alignment continues, as I say. All right, good luck. Have a lovely weekend. Bye.